Hi, boys and girls. How are you? I know some of you are feeling happy. Some have had a good day. Some feeling poorly. And some have not had such a great day. But not to worry. I'm so glad to have you here with me. And I'm equally excited because I have my friends with me. Shall we meet them? Come. Hi, Steve.
Hello, and I've got my friend Stilton with me. Hello.
And how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fed up. Oh, Stilton's fed up. Why are you fed up? I don't like having to stay in. I want to see my friends. Well, yes, we have to stay in to stay well at the moment, and hopefully it won't be like this for much longer. I hope not.
Yeah.
Okay. He's been very good, and we're both well, so we're okay at the moment.
That's good. And are you sitting comfortably, Stilton?
Very, thank you. It's on Steve's knee.
And are you sitting comfortably? Now I see some are sitting in their living rooms, some are laying in their bed all snuggled up, and some are standing. Well, no matter the position, I hope you're comfortable. So let's begin.
You Are Special by Max Lucado, author, and Sergio Martine, illustrator. In a town far away lived small wooden people called Wemmicks. All of the wooden people were carved by a woodworker named Eli, whose workshop sat on a hill overlooking the village. Each Wemmick was different. Some had big noses, others had large eyes, some were tall, and others were short. All day, every day, the Wemmicks gave themselves stickers. They would carry their box of stickers all around the village, sticking stars or dots on one another. The pretty ones, those with fine paint and smooth wood, always got stars, but if the wood was rough and the paint was coming off, those Wemmicks got dots. The talented ones got stars too. These were the wooden people who could jump over tall boxes or move gracefully at every turn. Some knew big words or could sing pretty songs. Every Wemmick gave them stars. Some had stars all over their bodies that made them feel so good. Others, though, could do little. They got dots. Poncinello was one of these. He tried to jump high, like the others, but he always fell. And when he fell, the Wemmicks will gather around him and give him dots. Sometimes when he fell, his wood got scratched, so the Wemmicks will give him more dots. Even when he tried to explain why he fell, which was very difficult for Poncinello, because he found it hard to say what was on his mind. Thus, people would think he sounded silly and give him more dots. After a while he had so many dots that he didn't want to go outside. He was afraid he would do something dumb, such as forget his hat or trip over his feet, which would make the Wemmicks give him more dots. He deserves lots of dots, the wooden people would say. Poncinello believed them. I'm not a good Wemmick, he decided, so he stayed inside most of the time. When he did go outside, he hung around other Wemmicks who also had lots of dots. He felt better around them. One day he met a Wemek. She was unlike any he had ever met. She had no dots or stars. She was just wooden. Her name was Lucia. It wasn't that people did not try to give her stickers. It's just that the stickers didn't stick. Some of the Wemmicks admired Lucia for having no dots and would try to give her a star, saying she needed to have one to show how good she was, and that having one will make her feel good too. But whenever it was put on, it would fall off. Others were like bullies and would give her a dot for having no stars, but that would not stick either. That's the way I want to be, thought Punchinello. So he asked Lucia how she did it. How did she make the dots and stars not stick in her? It's easy, she replied. Every day I visit Eli, the wood carver. Why? Said Punchinello. You'll find out if you go and see him. He stays in the workshop up the hill. Then Lucia turned and skipped away. But will he want to see me? Punchinello cried out. Lucia didn't hear. Punchinello went home. He sat near his window and watched the wooden people, giving each other stars and dots. It's not right, he muttered to himself, and so he decided to go and see Eli. Punchinello walked up the narrow path to the top of the hill and stepped into the big shop. His eyes grew big as he gazed at everything. The stool was as tall as he was. He had to stretch on tiptoe to see the top of the workbench. Even the hammer was as long as his arm. Punchinello swallowed hard. I'm not staying here. Then he heard his name. Punchinello? The voice was deep and strong. How good to see you, Punchinello. Come, let me have a good look at you. Punchinello looked up. You know my name. Of course I do. I made you. Eli stooped down and picked Punchinello up and sat him on the bench. Looks like you've been given some bad marks. I didn't mean to, Eli. I really tried not to have them. Punchinello, I don't care what the other Wemmicks think. You don't? No, and you shouldn't either. What they think doesn't matter. All that matters is what I think, and I think you are very special. Punchinello laughed. Me? Special? Why? I can't walk fast. I can't jump. And look, my paint is peeling off. And no matter what I do or try to say, people look at me like I am strange. Why do I matter to you? Eli looked at Punchinello and spoke very softly. Because you're mine. That's why you matter to me. Punchinello didn't know what to say. So Eli explained, every day I've been hoping you'd come. Well, I came because I met Lucia, who doesn't have any stickers. Why don't the stickers stay on her? The maker spoke softly. because she has decided not to believe what others think about her, especially if it is not true. She only believes the positive, good, and true things I tell her. The stickers only stick if you let them." "What?" said Punchinello. "The stickers only stick if they matter to you. The more you trust my love and the positive people around you, the less you care about the stickers." "I'm not sure I understand." Eli smiled. "You will, but it will take time. For now, come to see me every day and let me remind you how much I care." Eli lifted Punchinello off the bench and set him on the ground. "Remember," Eli said as Punchinello walked out of the door, "you are special because I made you, and I don't make mistakes." Punchinello didn't stop, but in his heart he thought, "I think he really means it." And as soon as he thought that, a dot fell to the ground. The end.
So how did you find the story, Stilton?
Well, I love stories. Do you love them, Stilton?
I love stories too.
And what did you like about that story? Well, I'll tell you what. What did you learn from the story?
Learn? It was a story.
Yeah, but we can learn good things from a story. For example, which person in the story do you think you are most like?
I'm most like, you're like Eli.
Well, thank you. So, who are you like?
I'm like Lucia.
You're like Lucia. I didn't think you were going to say that. Why do you think you're like Lucia?
Because she had no dots on her.
Yeah.
I don't have any dots on me. Look, they don't stick to fur.
They don't stick to fur.
They only stick to wood.
Dots only stick to wood. Yeah, but what about dots you can't see?
What do you mean?
Well, the story was about people saying nasty things and not very nice things to their friends.
Yes,
And that's like a dot. And sometimes it happens to us and to boys and girls. And it's like a dot that you can't see. So has anybody given you a dot that you can't see? Like saying nasty things about you?
oh, yes, they have.
Well, do you mind saying what sort of things they comment on?
They say I've got a large nose.
They do.
Yes, and they say one of my eyes is bigger than another.
Well, it is, but you know what? We're all different and we're all made very differently. So my nose is different from yours. My whiskers are different from yours. My eyes are different from yours. And you are exactly like the person who made you wanted you to be.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
Oh, that's exciting.
Everybody is just like they were meant to be.
Did you make me?
No, I didn't make you. We kind of fostered you.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I'm your kind of foster dad.
Oh, that's good.
Right. So we're all different. We're all like we're meant to be. Now, next time somebody says something nasty to you,
Yes,
what do you think you should do?
what Lucia did.
Yes. And who would you tell about it?
I'd come to you.
Yes. And we'd see if we could sort out a way of getting rid of those dots. What do you think about that?
I think that's a really good lesson to learn. So I did learn something.
You did learn something. That's good, isn't it? And you know, you can learn something else.
What's that?
When you know it makes you feel bad if somebody gives you a dot, even if you can't see it,
Yes.
make sure you don't give dots that can't be seen to other people.
Oh, can I give them stars that you can't see?
That would be a lovely thing to do. Instead of giving dots, you give stars to people and tell them that they're just as God wanted them to be.
I can do that. That's easy.
It's easy, yes. See if you can do it today and then in the future as well.
I'll try.
That's good. So will I. Let's all give stars out and not dots.
Let's do that.
Yes, yes, let's do that. And Stilton, no matter what, I think you are special. Yes,
Oh, thank you.
and you two boys and girls, you are special. And we don't have to have those dots or stars to make us special. We're all special in our own little way. So stay safe, and I hope to see you again. Bye.